Hi, my name is Natalie. I'm from Vietnam, and our group is doing stereotype project. So here's my personal experience about stereotype. Last year, when I was still in Vietnam, and I was 21 at that time, so my female friend and I decided to go on a trip to celebrate our graduation from university. We went to the center of Vietnam called Nha Trang, and which is the most common place for tourists, like white tourists. There are a lot of white tourists over there. So we went there at the first night, and we decided to go to celebrate in the bar. And we dressed up for that reason, to go to the bar. And when we go to the bar, it's just a backpacker bar. It's not a real bar, and it's a really small one. And we didn't have a table, so we have to like stand up and wait for 10 minutes. But I can feel like a lot of dirty looks around, and I feel a little bit scared. But then when we finally found a table, and we passed by some table to go to my table, and I heard that some guy said like, "Hey, Susie Wong, come and sit with me. You're beautiful." At that time, I didn't really know like who Susie Wong is, but I do know that it's not a good name to call a girl. And finally, later, I figured it out. It was a name of a prostitute. And I feel hurt because it's not me. And they judged me just by the way I look. Like I was born Asian, I couldn't help it. So back to the story. When we went to the table and I went to the restroom, on the way out of the restroom, there was a guy stopped me in front of the restroom. And I can tell by his action, like he's English, he's a white guy. And he stopped me and he told me that, "Hey, I want to get to know you." And I was like, "I'm sorry, but I'm with my female friend now. I want to go back to my table." And then he put his hand against the wall, so I couldn't move, and I was scared. And I said to him, "Sorry." And then I looked at him. But then he said to me, like, "I just want to get to know you, and are you working?" And then I was thinking, if he's asking like I'm working or I'm studying, and then I said, "No, I'm still a student. I don't work." And he was just laughing at me, and he said to me, "No, I know that you're working, and you are working, right?" And I was nervous, but then I figured out he was asking if I was a prostitute. And I said, "No, you shouldn't insult me that way, or I come to talk to the security guy and they will kick you out of the bar." And he said he seemed like he didn't care at all. So I went straight to the security guys who are Asian. They are a Vietnamese guy, and I told them a story, but I didn't tell them like the white guy arrested me in front of the restroom. They thought that the guy who arrested me in front of the restroom were Asian, so they told me like, "Let me take care of it. I'm gonna kick him out of the bar." But then when I point out to the white guy that insulted me, and the two security guys who look at me and look at him and said to me, "Never mind." And I was like, "I'm sorry, but what did you say?" And then they just tried to ignore me. They didn't talk to me at all, and they back up, and I don't know where they're going. And I was really mad. I was really mad, and I told my female friend that we should go home because it's not a place for us, even if it were in Vietnam, but it's not a place for Asian girls. So we went out and we took a taxi because we were too scared to walk to our hotel. So when I thought the story wouldn't get worse than it did, when my female friend told me like, "Nat, do you think that they think we are a prostitute because of the way we dress?" And I was like, "Why do you think so?" like every white girl in the bar also dressed like us, and we're going to the bar, we're not going to school. And she said to me, because we're Asian, we're not supposed to wear this stuff. And I was like, what is the difference between Asian and white girl? And later on, I figured out that like life has never been fair. And if there's something wrong happened to me or happened to my Asian girls, then they always have something to do with my race and my gender. Yeah.